Indian Youth Congress workers staging a topless protest at the Bharat Mandapam. We have my colleague Varghese joining us on the phone line. Varghese, what's really happening? Why is this protest being staged? And what really happened, Varghese, if you could tell our viewers?
Well, what we understand is that there was sudden barging in of the Youth Congress protest with T-shirts with reference to Prime Minister Modi, and they, in fact, they immediately joined in and they carried out with their sloganeering inside the AI center. Meanwhile, the police intervened and arrested them and moved them out. They were shouting out saying that they had slogans against the Prime Minister that was in fact raised by the Youth Congress at the AI summit. And it also in fact highlights that they had come quite prepared for this protest that took place, and they went to one of the important pavilions where they carried out with this protest, and some of the organizers as well as the security officials tried to in fact ensure that the protesters were in fact removed from the venue area. And one of the things that is in fact seen over here is that as you can see on the visual that they were immediately arrested and moved out. Now this did in fact disrupt for a short while the events at the pavilion where it was in fact happening, and some of this it had also created a sense of tensions, especially as organizers in fact went ahead, came to pull them back, and this created a sense of tension. And later the security personnel who were present inside the Bharat Mandapam and was in fact looking after the security of this particular venue immediately got into the act, and they were removed the protesters from the location. All of them were in fact protesting against the Prime Minister, and they raised slogans also and inside the pavilion where it was in fact happening. And one of the things that also showcased at the moment was that there was a T-shirt that had the Prime Minister's image on it that was also held up as by the protesters. And the Youth Congress meanwhile had said that at the AI summit the choice of the protest side at the AI summit has in fact come as an embarrassment, and it also seems by an attempt to go ahead and disrupt the event that is happening, that has been happening for almost a few days with top international CEOs as well as clients at that location. And this protest took place inside one of those venues, and it had resulted in the political tensions also building up.
Well, Varghese, this is a very, very high security zone at a time when an international level event is happening, you know, in the national capital with world leaders, all of them from various, you know, walks of life coming and converging in the national capital. How did these protesters manage to breach the security?
Live on this entire incident of protest. Let's listen to what Brijesh had to say, who is giving us the insights of what happened inside the Bharat Mandapam.
We have our input editor Brijesh joining us live from our newsroom. Brijesh, what really happened, and how can such a high security zone, the Bharat Mandapam, be breached by the Indian Youth Congress workers who, you know, arrived topless by taking off their T-shirts which had anti-Modi, you know, picturing? Tell us more, Brijesh.
Well, you know, Deepak, what had happened was that it was a planned protest by Indian Youth Congress, and what they have done is that they have entered the arena, which is Bharat Mandapam, where the AI summit is taking place along with the Sushma Swaraj Bhavan. The fact of the matter is that, you know, that it's also free for all, in where people can walk in and, you know, you can say that, you know, you have gone inside to have a look at and you know, go around the entire AI summit and have a look at various stalls which are there. And then all of a sudden, all of them converged at one place, and then they started taking off their shirts, and then they started shouting slogans against Prime Minister. And you can see, you know, for a second, the security apparatus was also taken aback with this suddenness of this protest. And given the fact that, you know, that all high-profile people are there, all of, you know, delegates from foreign countries are there, and you know, a lot of stalls and other facilities, paraphernalias are there. This took the security apparatus by surprise, and immediately, you know, once they started protest, started shouting slogans against Prime Minister, protesting over you know, India's surrender to United States as far as the trade deal is concerned, India's surrender and not being able to do anything against inflation and employment. So this was the you know, the central theme of this protest which was being done by the Indian Youth Congress workers. And then after some time, the police swung into action, as you can see in the visuals, that after they, they took out these T-shirts and T-shirt carrying photographs of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. They were taken into custody by Delhi police, and they have been taken into custody, and the interrogation is on. And Delhi police is trying to understand how this plan was hatched by them to go inside and protest. But yes, I mean, these are shocking visuals which are there on the screens with Indian Youth Congress workers doing a shirtless protest inside the AI India Summit, the Bharat Mandapam. And it'll be very interesting to see how this pans out from here now, because it created a lot of furor over there. And these Indian Youth Congress workers, they were shouting slogans against Prime Minister, saying that India has surrendered itself in the trade deal with United States. They were talking about unemployment. They were talking about other various aspects of Indian politics. So, but this particular protest, the shirtless protest by IYC workers, has definitely taken the security paraphernalia which is there at Bharat Mandapam by shock. And it'll be very interesting to see how it pans out from here onwards. They have been detained by Delhi police. Intense questioning of them is on as to where this plan was hatched, who all were involved, and how did they manage to enter Bharat Mandapam without getting a proper security check and all.
That's right, Brijesh. Kindly hold your thoughts, because we have BJP response also coming in. Let's listen in to Shehzad Poonawala.
कांग्रेस ने एक बार फिर से साबित कर दिया कि उनके लिए एआई, एम्बिशियस इंडिया, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस, एस्पिरेशनल इंडिया या आत्मनिर्भर इंडिया नहीं है. इनके लिए एआई एंटी इंडिया है. ये आईएनसी नहीं, ये एएनसी, एंटी नेशनल कांग्रेस है. एआई समिट की पूरी दुनिया में वाहवाही हो रही है. प्रेसिडेंट मैक्रोन से लेकर यूनाइटेड नेशन सेक्रेटरी जनरल तक, टेक कंपनीज के टॉप हॉन्चोस तक, सैम ऑल्टमैन से लेकर सुंदर पिचाई तक, सब प्रेज कर रहे हैं. यहां तक कि शशि थरूर ने भी बोला कि एआई समिट वाज एक्सीलेंट. पर कांग्रेस पार्टी राहुल गांधी के इशारे पर एआई समिट पर शर्टलेस नहीं, कैरेक्टरलेस होकर, ब्रेनलेस होकर और इमोशनलेस होकर, लॉयल्टीलेस होकर भारत का विरोध कर रही है बीजेपी विरोध में. ये कोई बीजेपी का विरोध नहीं है, ये पीएम का विरोध नहीं है, ये भारत की उपलब्धि का विरोध है. और पहली बार नहीं है. यूपीआई में भी यही किया, वैक्सीन के समय पर भी यही किया, ऑपरेशन सिंदूर में भी सेना का इसी प्रकार से विरोध किया. आज कांग्रेस बीजेपी का विरोध नहीं, देश विरोध में उतर आई है. ये कांग्रेस का एआई है, एंटी इंडिया एजेंडा, एरोगेंट एंड इंसिडियस एजेंडा, अगेंस्ट इंडिया एजेंडा. यही इनका एआई है.